Hi! In this video, I'll show you how to use the annual budget template to plan your income, expenses, and savings for the whole year. It's suitable for both beginners and those who've tried other spreadsheets but want to see everything in one place, from January expenses to December savings. Let's start with the Setup tab. In the Rollover field, enter the balance carried over from last year. If you have one, it will be added to your annual budget. Next to it, enter the currency symbol. It will automatically apply to all sheets. Below are the main sections: income, sources of income, savings and investments, bills, regular bills, expenses, everyday spending, debts, loans and borrowings. You can rename or add categories to suit your needs. These lists are automatically loaded into all monthly tabs, so you don't have to enter them manually each time. Now everything is ready and you can move on to filling out a month. Let's open the January tab. At the top, there's a Rollover field. This is the balance that is automatically carried over from the previous month. If this is the first month of the year, the amount is taken from the Setup tab. Below are the main sections: income, saving and investments, bills, expenses, debts. The categories in these tables are automatically loaded from the Setup tab, so you don't need to enter them manually. It's enough to set everything up once at the beginning of the year. In the expected column, indicate how much you plan to earn. For example, salary, $1,000, business, $3,000. When you add actual transactions to the transaction list, the actual column fills in automatically, and the difference immediately shows the gap between your plan and reality. Transactions. At the bottom is the transaction list. It's simple here: date, transaction type, category, amount, and if you wish, you can add a comment. When you select the category, the list is loaded specifically from the sections you set up in the Setup tab. If you carefully select bills, you will then see various important options such as internet services, electricity consumption, and water utilities. Similarly, if you choose to select expenses, your predefined expense categories will promptly appear for your review. All financial transactions are automatically and efficiently pulled into the comprehensive top tables and insightful charts for easy analysis. Thanks to this, the monthly data is always up to date and linked to the overall yearly statistics. On the Annual Dashboard tab, you can see the yearly summary for all budget categories: income, expenses, accounts, debts, and savings. This is your main financial report, which gathers all the information from the monthly sheets and shows you the overall picture for the year. At the top, you will find key charts and summary figures. On the left is the summary chart, which compares planned and actual values for the main categories. Next to it is the actual allocation chart, showing how your actual expenses were distributed over the year. The next two charts are income breakdown and expense breakdown. They show where your income came from and which areas accounted for your main expenses. Below, the total amounts are prominently displayed: total income, total expenses and bills, total debts, total savings, monthly breakdown. Under the summary, there are tables that provide a monthly breakdown for each section: income, expenses, bills, debts, and savings. Thanks to these comprehensive tables, you can clearly see in which months you successfully managed to save and where actual expenses exceeded the initially planned amounts. Next, we will delve into the top spending categories. On the left is the top income table and a corresponding chart showing which sources brought in the most income over the year. Next to it is the top spending table, which lists the largest expenses by category, and on the right is the top expenses chart, visualizing the distribution of expenses and showing which areas took up the largest share of the annual budget. At the bottom of the sheet, there are tables with a complete breakdown by month. Here you can closely track the movement of funds in each user category: income, expenses, debts, and savings. This section is perfect for analyzing trends, how your budget changed throughout the year. Thus, the Annual Dashboard tab helps you see the entire year in numbers and charts, from the overall balance to specific categories. It updates automatically and allows you to manage your finances without extra calculations. You can download this template from my Etsy shop. The link is below the video. Happy budgeting!